Hi students, welcome to E-Sessions. Today we are going to learn a poem, Once Upon a Time. The poem Once Upon a Time was written by Gabriel Okara. He was an African poet. Let's learn more detail about him. Gabriel Okara is an African poet. He was born in 1921 in Nigeria. He was educated at Government College, Umuahia. His parents were not rich. He worked as a bookbinder and later as an information officer at Enugu. He also wrote plays and features for broadcasting and became a poet of outstanding ability. His poems appeared regularly in Black Orpheus. He has also written a novel called Voice. From this, we know that Gabriel Okara is an African poet. He was born in Nigeria in 1921. His childhood days were very pathetic. His parents were not rich. He did many works to sustain his life. He worked as a bookseller and as an information officer, and he wrote dramas and features for some broadcasting and became an excellent poet. His poems or literary works regularly appeared in magazine Black Orpheus. He has also written a novel and its name is Voice. In this poem Once Upon a Time, he explains what happens when a traditional African culture meets Western forces on the Western way of life. The poem explains the artificiality and insincerity of relations and manners prevailing present day world. He says that the past is better than present. In the past, there used to be love, sincerity, truthfulness in human relations and feelings. But now, all the feelings of men are fake, insincere, superficial, and hypocritical. This poem is in the form of a conversation between a father and a son, and the father wants to learn from his son to go back to normality and no longer be fake and fictitious in his actions and feelings. I already said the poem is in the form of a conversation between a father and a son. You can imagine the son is in his childhood days. We know that children are like goats. They are very innocent. You might have heard our elders say, children never lie. So from the son, father wants to learn sincerity, as his son doesn't know the fallacies of the world. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes, but now they only laugh with their teeth, while their eyes blow cold eyes search behind my shadow. See, for this poem, different tunes are available on different channels, but I like to tune this as a conversation between father and a son. Once upon a time means long, long ago. He's talking to his son. Long back, or the people in the past, they used to laugh with their hearts, means their laugh came from their hearts, or they laughed wholeheartedly, which means their feelings were sincere, it came from their heart. But the present day man laugh with their teeth, means they're artificial or hypocritic. Modern men are acting. They don't have feelings. They all their activities are superficial. They are insincere. So the father says, the people of the past laughed using their hearts, but the present day men pretend. But now they only laugh with their teeth, while their eyes blow cold eyes. Eyes blow cold eyes means emotionless eyes. Like a dead eyes. They do not have any feelings. Their feelings are insincere. And these, while laughing at us, they search my negative sides. They want to know the negative sides of my life. Another way we can say, they want to know my history. Shadow is the history or the negative sides of my life. There was a time indeed they used to shake hands with their hearts, but that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hands search my empty pockets. Poet again says that surely there was a time people used to shake hands with their hearts. They did all the activities wholeheartedly or from the heart with very emotion. They used to behave. All that has gone, my son, all those good days are gone. Now they shake hands without hands. Now the people do not have any feelings. They are insincere. They are acting. They are pretending to be our own man. While they shake hands with us, they search my pocket. Actually, my pocket is empty, means I am very poor. I don't have anything, even though they like to get something from me. Third stanza, feel at home, come again, they say. And when I come again and feel at home once, twice, there will be no thrice. For then I find doors shut on me. People, modern men invite people and they say, come home and feel at home. You can be how you are at home. That means when they invite, we may feel that wholeheartedly they are inviting us. So once we go, second time also we go, on the third time they don't want us. They shut the doors on our faces. Means whenever they invite us, actually they don't want our presence. For the namesake, they are inviting us. Next stanza. So I have learned many things, and I have learned to wear many faces, like dresses at home, like dresses, home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles, like a fixed portrait smile. Next stanza, the poet expresses that he has learned to wear many faces. He has learned so many things. He has learned to act according to the situations. He compares that how we change our dresses the same way he has learned to behave as according to the circumstances. So, in the house or in the home, how our dad behaves, when he goes to office, his expression changes. When he attends a party, again his expressions are dynamic. He acts, he talks to everyone, he says hi, he shakes hands with others. These all are pretensions. He is acting, he is hypocritic. So when he attends a cocktail party, Cocktail is a drink usually made from a mixture of one or more alcoholic drinks. By using this cocktail, the poet wants to express mixed feelings, mixed expressions. We are able to convey mixed expressions. So he says that at home one face, in the street while behaving in the society he wears a mask. He acts there. When he receives guests, he has another face. So how he acts all these? By wearing a fixed smile on his faces, like a smile on the portrait. Portrait is painting or the photograph. Can we change the laugh? Can we change the smile of a photograph? No, it's fixed. So that he changes according to the situations, but he cannot change his smile. It is fixed. That means the man is acting. Next stanza. And I have learned too to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance, to say glad to meet you without being glad, and to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. And poet is explaining to his son that he has learned to laugh with only his teeth. He has learned, or his circumstances forced him to learn so, to act according to the situation. So the poet says that he has also learned to laugh without his heart. That means only with his teeth. And shake hands without heart. So I learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. Good riddance is the feeling of relief when an unwanted person leaves from us. When we feel a sigh of relief, we don't say so, but we say goodbye. And to say glad to meet you. Glad to meet you means I'm very happy to see you. But in mind, or actually, we don't want to see that person. We say glad to meet you without being glad. Actually, we are not happy. And to say it's been nice talking to you, actually being bored. By talking with him, we actually got bored, but we don't say so. Instead, we say nice talking to you, nice time with you. Thanks. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be. When I was like you, I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh, for my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. He is asking his son, believe me, son, I want to go back. I want to relearn how I was to be when I was like you. I was innocent. I didn't know the fallacies and foolishness of the world. This all I was forced to learn. So I want to go back, believe me, son. I want to unlearn all these muting things, useless things. Muting things are the useless things. I want to relearn how to laugh. I want to relearn how sincerely to laugh. I want to laugh sincerely. From my heart, I want to laugh. Because my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth, because he was afraid. On the mirror, when he laughs, he sees only his bare teeth like fangs of some snakes. So, show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. So the poet is asking his innocent son to teach him how to laugh. He is asking his son to show him how he used to laugh when he was very small like his son, because children are innocent. They don't know the fallacies of the world. They are not hypocritic. In the last stanza, the poet appeals to his son to show him how to smile wholeheartedly. The poet's desire to regain his original traits of his character, sincerity, and to give up his falsehood and hypocrisy, reveals his yearning for the innocent, faithfulness, and sincerity.